From the moment I open up my eyes, there's one thing that stays on my mind. The Love Her Show with the duo. You gotta love her, praise her, treat her right. Let your life reflect all the beauty that's inside of you. You gotta love yourself, let the best of you shine through.
Hey lovers, welcome back.
Welcome to the Love Her Show with the duo.
Yes, I'm Kelly Fisher.
And I'm Tana Gilmore.
And together we're the Matchmaking duo. Wow, so come on in. Hey. We have made it to another week.
We have. This is the podcast where we discuss all things love, life, business, and bliss.
Yes, and I think we have made it to episode 22. Okay, my bell is working today. It has come back. It was dead and came back alive.
Come back to life.
I refuse to get a new one.
Oh,
so
you're getting a new
it's the same one. But it's ringing pretty well
it's
today.
It's interesting because now we're hearing other people using cowbells.
We are cowbells and ringing all types of things. Yeah. Yes. We're ringing all kind of stuff. I mean, someone else had a ding, but I mean, hey, you have to make a point sometimes.
Make a point. Mm-hmm. Well, we are certified life and relationship coaches and professional matchmakers.
We are. We are authors of our critically acclaimed book, Relationship Do-Overs, and we are national speakers and trainers, and we are bloggers for Essence.com.
Yes, we are.
Yes, so you can find our content and all of the... Oh, we have a new one coming out this week,
yeah,
too.
we
It'll
do,
be good.
So stay tuned.
Yes, but it's in the love and relationship section of Essence.com. We love our Essence family.
We do.
We had a good time at Essence Festival.
Yes, we did. We are still recovering, but I'm pretty rested now, so
yeah, it's
great. But yeah, Gosh, it's had such a great time.
We did.
I miss it, though.
I know.
But you need like a week off afterwards. We went right back to work the same day. Like we were off the plane and we had clients throughout the night. It was nuts.
I think we talked about that, all the food that we ate. And then last week, and then I had the nerve to go on, it's a first annual First Cousins reunion in Dallas.
So cute.
So this was my fourth weekend traveling. I mean, I couldn't even, my ears were like, give me a break.
Your ears, your toes,
everything was just like, come on. I was just so tired of flying, but we had a wonderful time.
Yeah,
so
that's good.
Just getting to know cousins on a more adult basis. When usually when you go to family reunions when you're younger, you're just kind of forced to go.
Yeah, you don't really get to really interact with your cousins and do all the things that you want to do. You're doing the activities that your parents want you to do.
You're going where that car is taking you.
That's exactly where you're going.
So this was great though, because we got a chance to talk, girl talk, and we played golf as much as we could.
Yeah, that was fun.
Yeah.
That was fun. And so we have some great news.
Yes, we do.
So while Kelly was away, her daughter had a swim meet. She did, and she got first place.
And so she was accompanied by the other half of the duo.
I was the representative. Yes. I had to represent for both of us. And I was screaming like a banshee.
She was. She sent the video of the, she's like, go, Nyla. She was hollering, and my cousins were like, oh my gosh, you two are so funny.
I couldn't help it. I mean, she couldn't hear me, but she did so well. This was like national, so it's like a big deal.
Yeah.
She came in first place in breaststroke.
Yes,
She's
did.
A beast.
I look at that breaststroke and I'm like, God bless you.
I can't even do the breaststroke.
No, I can barely swim by myself, but
she did great.
Yeah,
so
kudos to my love, Nyla.
Yay, Nyla.
Yeah, so I hope your summer is going well. So we're kind of into July now. So I hope you all are doing some things and getting out, meeting people, having some conversations.
Yes. And so we have a new hashtag for you all that we want you all to adopt, right? Hashtag Bay by Labor Day.
Bay by Labor Day. Can I get a bell for that?
Bay by Labor Day. So hopefully all of these podcasts, there's been 22 of them, you guys.
Oh, you have to learn something.
So some of these tips better have worked.
Yes.
You all have been, we're doing all this talking.
We are.
We need you all to implement some of these tips. We're not just talking just to be talking, and we like to talk.
We do.
But these are tips to help you. So we want you to go out and implement these tips, and we want you to have a Bay by Labor Day.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, go back to the episodes and see what you can do to implement it. We actually have our ultimate dating boot camp coming up too, which we really only offered to people who came out to our Love Her tour. We were in New York, Atlanta, New Orleans, and then we're finishing up here in Charlotte next Friday. So definitely follow our social media for that. But we also offered them the Ultimate Dating Boot Camp.
Oh, yeah.
And so we'll give you some information about that by the end. So you all can join us virtually.
Yes.
We're all logging on all over the country, and we're getting this Bay by Labor Day in motion.
Yes. So if you're interested, just send us an email. Go to our website, www.thematchmakingduo.com, and check the info tab, and it'll directly send an email to us and let us know that you are interested in it, and we can send you some information. Yeah. So we haven't decided to open it up publicly, but I guess we just did.
Yeah, we did. Yes, we have to open it up to our podcast family.
You guys are our family too. So
yeah, because every time we traveled on this tour, I mean, I can't imagine how many people came up to us and said, "Oh my gosh, we enjoy your podcast."
We're like, you are listening. God bless you.
We're out here in podcast land and don't know who's there.
We have no idea who's listening, but we thank you, everyone, for taking your time, and we thank you for tuning us in on your ride to work or on your workout or wherever you may, when or wherever you may be listening to us. We are grateful, and we thank you.
Grateful.
And please share. We thank you, and please share with your colleagues and your friends and cousins. And
that gave me life though when we were going up to people or they were coming up to us and like, I know your voice from. Oh wait,
they know our voices now. They do.
They're like every Tuesday. I can't wait for the next episode. I download it and listen, on my way to work, and we were like, wow, you don't know who's out in podcast land, but we're going to work with a bunch of people.
We are, and it's so great. That's great for us because, especially for me, because sometimes we're tired, and so we're like, oh my gosh, maybe we'll record next week, but we won't skip. But it gives us life because we're like, we're doing this for the people that look forward to it every Tuesday. So that's why we're here.
If we can spend just a couple minutes together, I mean, it helps us too, believe it or not. I mean, we always say that we're sharing information for you, but Tana and I are always working so much. We're always so focused on the next thing. So every day we wake up and we'll have like a calendar of things. And so a task list, which Tana's like the task master. I'm the one that's all over the place. But we have a task list, and then so we kind of divide everything, and we're like checking stuff off the list for clients, for marketing, for business, for travel. But here we get to just come and chat it up as girlfriends.
Talk. And just chop it up as
chop it up. Yeah, we can chop it up too.
Let's go quick to talking about chopping something up.
I know. Men love to chop it up.
What does that mean? Chopping what? Your teeth or your gums or what? What
they're like, chopping? I got with my friends and we just watched the game and just chopped it up.
I'm like, what are you chopping?
I know.
Are you chopping like meat? Are you chopping
just talking aimlessly like we do? They act like they don't talk a lot. They talk a lot about, I guess, subjects that they're interested in with less details.
Anywho.
Yes. So our subject for today, and we have been plagued by this, it seems like even more in the past few weeks, but it's just something that comes up all the time. So I don't know how, I guess for dating, it seems like men these days, some, not all, but are skipping some steps when it comes to dating.
They are skipping many steps. When it comes to dating.
And so we were like, well, are they not understanding that there are some requirements to certain things? So we said our topic for today is, are you being dated or skated? Are you being dated or skated on by? When you think about some, what is it, the ice skating? Sometimes they're bobbing and weaving around you.
I'm telling you. Don't allow it to happen, ladies.
No,
we're going to, of course, correct that behavior.
No, we don't want anybody to be skated by. Because I think when you're being skated, they're actually with someone.
They're with somebody. They're dating somebody. Yeah. They just may not be dating you. We've talked about that before. So let's just keep it real what it is. So we're going to, of course, correct that behavior today.
Yes, indeed. So, I mean, I think one of the biggest complaints that we hear is that some men feel like they no longer need to date. So they want to skip over the process.
They do.
They want to go straight to ordering in or Netflix and chill or relaxing at the house or getting together late after they've made all these leisure plans and seeing all their friends, and then comes you.
Yeah, so you're not a priority, you're an option.
Yeah.
So no, we're going to flip that script.
Yes, definitely.
You want to be the priority and not an option.
No. Yeah. And does that sound like you or one of your friends? If it does, it ends today. So I'm sorry. but it's going to end today.
And somebody knows somebody who is being treated that way, and it's not nice.
No.
It's not fun, and it's not even nice to even watch other friends go through it when they don't have to.
No, and it doesn't feel good because I know people have tried to skate around me too. I mean, I'm sure you too in your dating life.
Absolutely.
I mean, that's not fun.
No, it's not. And so you can see the progression of it too, because it seems like, they want to skip a couple of steps, so they'll want to, talk on the phone. First of all, let's back up. They want to text.
Well, these days we're texting, yeah.
So they want to have a text communication, some text conversation going on. Well, we're not doing that because we're grown. And we're going to do grown people things, which is talk on the phone. Let's start there.
Yeah.
So we're going to act like grown-ups.
We are, yes. But when you think about it, there are so many people or women who allow them to text. Now, if you think about it, let's think from a man's point of view. He may have 2 or 3 or 4 women in rotation, right? As dating. So if he's not committed, okay, fine. He's kind of figuring out which way he wants to go. But for the ones that are not a priority, he can send them a text and say, good morning. Thinking about you. Talk to you soon. Hope you're having a good day. Hey, beautiful. And he's on to the next one who's asking or requiring him to make them a priority.
That's right. So, I mean, this is something that they do on a daily basis. This is a routine for a lot of men. I mean, I've seen it happen where they will send 2 and 3 text messages, out at one time.
Yes.
And whoever responds back, that'll continue the conversation via text going. And so, no. But the one who picks up the phone and requires him to talk on the phone or let him know, and initially, texting is not my first form of communication. It's just a placeholder. And ladies, this should be a placeholder, not your primary source for communication, because things get lost in translation. I mean, you just can't develop an emotional connection on text messaging.
That's so true.
You just can't. So, and if you want to develop some feelings for this man and you want him to develop feelings for you and have that connection, pick up the phone and talk. So we always say, FaceTime and talk time. You know what I mean? So 60 hours of FaceTime and talk time.
Yep. Then you're really moving forward. But I mean, how about if he continues to text and you say, hey babe, I'd love to hear your voice. You can text that back. Yes. Now you give that the first time. We always say, okay, that's the beginning. So you're kind of teaching him, I don't like to text, because some women may like to text because we're all busy and they don't want to have a whole bunch of phone time. But you're just showing him gently, that's probably not for me. Now, what happens when he continues to text after you say, hey, babe, I'd love to hear texting. Hey, babe, I'd love to hear your voice. Hope to talk to you later.
And he doesn't call.
And then he texts again.
Crickets or another text. Yeah.
Okay.
No. So we say that after 3 text messages that he sends you, then you respond. So he needs some consequences. See, here's the problem. Women aren't they're not doing anything. They're not giving consequences
like they used to.
Giving consequences. So here's a benchmark for you ladies. If he's continuously texting you after you told him that doesn't work for you, you want, you're putting it softly, gently, I'd love to hear your voice. I look forward to talking to you later. And still another text message. Let him text 3 more times, and then you pick up the phone and you let him know again that this doesn't work for me. Usually I don't respond to text, just so you know. I'm more of a phone person. That's how I establish relationships.
Yeah, and what would happen if he continues to text you, and every time you pick up the phone and talk, he texts you 2 or 3 times again, and then you pick up the phone, call, and talk. So he's going to realize after a while, if I keep texting her, and I'm not saying that he can never text. He might say, hey, I'm busy, talk to you later. Are you available around 7? I'm on the way. That type of thing. But if he's just texting long conversations, is that annoying? Now I know I'm the text queen, just because I'm multitasking all types of things. But when even for me, when it gets to like that whole paragraph,
come on, seriously,
when it's getting uncomfortable.
And sometimes it gets jarbled too. I mean, the text messages, they come in at different times, and then you got to piece them all together. Who has time for that? We are grown.
Yes,
we don't have time for that. The phone.
Yeah, definitely. So that's kind of how you teach them. I think also like another scenario that we've seen is they, say a man has enjoyed work or a full day of leisure plans, like I said earlier. He's gone to work, then he's meeting friends after work for drinks, then he's got to go by the gym, then he's got to do this, and then afterwards, like 11:30 p.m., he gives you a call. or he can make plans to go out and do something. He's like, well, I got to do this, I got to do that. And then, 11:30, 12 o'clock, I can stop by in the morning.
Oh, no, you cannot. Oh, no, you won't. Not over here, you won't.
No. And the thing is, and you can't do that either. So you have to lead by example. So you can't start off making plans all late either after you've gotten all your stuff done, because guess what? That's how he's going to end up treating you and think that that's how the relationship goes. So what we always talk about is you make plans early in the day. So don't come here talking about, well, I got to go to sorority meeting and I got to go to this business thing and I've got to do this and I got to go by church and then I'll be free around 9:30, 10 p.m.
He's gonna be like, go and sit down, go to sleep.
No, he'll meet you. Or he'll meet you at 10 p.m. But there's nothing to do.
As there's no talking going on.
No, you're rolling in the hay and he hasn't done anything at all to deserve anything.
But that's what you established. I mean, you know what I mean? You set it up that way.
Right.
So no.
So I will say it goes both ways. So we'll give some men a break. But, one thing that I would say is, just don't answer the phone after a certain time. So are you required if he calls you at 11 p.m. or 11:30 p.m.? And I think it goes back to one, confidence. And then sometimes, hey, like we said earlier, sometimes singles, we can just be lonely.
Yes.
And so you want to pick up the phone because you're like, oh, we can kind of talk while we're in the bed and, just have that phone conversation from laying down. But you know what? We have to kind of challenge you to put yourself first.
Yeah,
so
definitely.
If he's calling at 11 p.m. or 11:30 p.m. and you're dead tired and have to go to work the next day, just don't answer.
Yeah, don't answer because it's not worth it. And you know what? I guess it all goes back to teaching him how to treat you. And you lead by example. So these are things that you want him to do for you. So you lead the way. I mean, it's okay for you to lead the way and then quickly, we say it all the time, hand the baton back to him. Because sometimes they didn't grow up learning. They didn't grow up with anyone showing them how to be chivalrous, how to do all those things.
So true.
They didn't grow up that way. Some men did not.
And there are some women who will have allowed them to act this way for years. But it's okay to show him that's fine, but that's not gonna work for me.
So here's the thing. So you can lead by example, and you can, as Kelly stated earlier, you can call him and give him a couple of different times that would work for you, and give him a couple of options. Don't say at the end of the day, well, I only have we
can do brunch at 10 a.m. That's it.
That's it. That's all I got. That's all I got.
No, that's a turn off too.
That doesn't make anybody feel good.
No, because
he's not feeling like a priority either.
No.
So you give him some choices, give him some different options, and come. So we're solution-oriented women. So you come with some solutions at hand. So I was thinking that we can go play miniature golf at 3 p.m. on Saturday. Does that
and enjoy this beautiful day? It's sunny. We can just get out and enjoy the day together. So it doesn't have to be that you're having this metal hammer, bringing the gavel down. But it's good to just show him that it's okay because you want to be a priority, like we said.
And give a couple of options. If that doesn't work, you know what? There's a wine tasting at the Vineyard at 7 p.m.
Yeah.
If that works. And so give him a couple of options. So again, you lead by example.
Definitely.
So that's how, we would encourage you to start it.
And then what about when they might call when they feel like it, or make some plans and then may or may not show up when they said they would.
That's a problem.
Yeah, and we hear that a lot too.
Yes.
Consistently. You're like, well, I mean, I know we had plans at such and such, and then he said he had to stay for work, or he said he'd call me at 5 p.m. and then crickets. There's, he doesn't call at all. So we have to make some requirements for that. So some of it is them, but it's also showing him that this is not going to work for me.
No, and here's the thing. They don't usually even give you an excuse or the reason why they didn't call.
Not if you don't ask.
No, but sometimes, and we want you to ask, ladies, so don't allow him to just call you all willy-nilly out of the blue and not even ask him what happened. I mean, we would even say, I knew you said you were going to call me at 5 o'clock and I didn't hear from you. Is everything okay?
Yeah.
I mean, it's okay to say that. That's putting it nicely, gently. Is everything okay? I mean, you call, and so I just want to make sure that everything was okay with you because I was looking forward to hearing your voice at 5.
Yeah, and I think the reason for that too, I mean, of course we want to say, oh, you were supposed to call me at 5. That's not getting anywhere. No. I mean, I'd say the initial time that it happens. But also there was one time when one gentleman didn't call and, she was going off, and come to find out he was in a car accident.
Yeah.
So you want to at least take a woosah break when he calls, because he is going to call.
He's going to call.
So he's going to call just to do a temperature check, knowing good and well he was supposed to call at 5 p.m. But he's doing a temperature check to say, I wonder what kind of woman this is. I wonder if it's okay. So he, like Tana said, he may or may not even give an excuse.
No.
So you want to at least bring it up and say, yeah, like Tana said, I hope everything's okay. I know you were saying that you were going to call at 5 p.m. I was looking forward to hearing from you. Is everything all right? So now when he says everything was okay, well, he probably won't, but he might say, oh, I was caught up at such and such.
So that's a problem. So then you, piggyback would say, it's interesting that you say that because I was really worried about you, and I would appreciate if you can let me know that something that you weren't going to make it, or that you were caught up,
or that something came up,
or anything. So next time, I would, really like it if you would just let me know ahead of time, and then I can make the decision if I want to make other plans or not. Just give me the courtesy, give me the respect of that. Can you do that for me? So you ask them, can you do that for me?
Oh wow, we are drawing so many bees with honey. We are.
And here's another thing too we want to just kind of drive home about. It's all about the emotion that you put in it. So, you know what? It makes me feel like I didn't matter when you didn't show up for me.
Right.
It makes me feel like you didn't even think about, if you should call me and let me know that you weren't going to make it. And I don't like the way that makes me feel.
Yeah, and that's building an emotional connection too. So a lot of times, a lot of us, and I know in some areas I am task oriented. So, I would be more, and a lot of us would say, oh, but you were supposed to call at 5 and this, and this. But what is the, reaction to that? The reaction or what you felt about it is really more important than, the fact that he was supposed to call. Exactly. So you want to make sure that you make that connection with how it emotionally made you feel. So, if he does it next time, 2 and 3 and 4 times later, then that may or may not be the person for you, because guess what? You're not a priority at this point.
Yeah, and that's a problem.
Yeah, that is a problem.
That's a problem. Yeah, so we don't want you to be in that thing like that for 6 months, a year, 2 years, 5 years, because we've seen it happen. You allow this treatment, for years, and it doesn't change. And then you wake up and you're in the same situation 5 years from now, and we just don't want that to happen.
Yeah, we always say to start high. So you're starting as the girlfriend, you're starting as, I am a priority. So, and it gets harder and harder, I think, when a man has more to offer, right? Yes. So if it's that man that's, has all kinds of things under his belt and accolades, and he's handsome and got the pearly white smile and all that, it gets harder and harder to stick to those requirements.
Well, the reason is that we give him a little more leverage.
We do.
Somebody that's a little average looking, a little short.
Yeah, we do.
What I mean? We give that, fine man, we give him a little more leverage. Why does he get more leverage?
Because you're picturing him on your arm. That's what it is. You're like, you're already married and you're already got kids together and everything in your mind.
Picking out baby names and our beautiful kids and stuff like that. This man is cutting up, not even doing what he's supposed to do.
Remember that game that used to fold and put together, like you'd be, going in and out, like
with the paper.
With the paper, yes. Like, wait a minute, are we together? We're together. Either way, the answer needs to be that you're together. You're already doing that. So
writing his last name with yours,
right? All different ways. So true.
That's so crazy.
So true. You're like, oh, I wonder how that has a nice ring to it.
I like the way that sounds. This man's getting all kinds of leverage
already. And so I think when we put ourselves first, though, it doesn't matter what he has, because the treatment is still the same, ladies. So we kind of need to wake up out of that dream. The treatment is still the same. So, of course, it probably lands a little softer when he has all that going on. But down the line, when it wears off,
I'm telling you,
it's not fun.
It's not fun, and it's not funny.
No, it's not.
So you get me wake up and this fool is over here treating you any kind of way.
Yeah. No. So definitely get out of that fog that we all used to get into and put yourself first, regardless.
Down memory lane.
I'm telling you give them all kind of leeway.
We've given all these passes.
That went into 1 and 2 year foolishness.
Yes.
So I'm thinking also, so what about when he keeps mentioning a physical relationship prior to even putting in the time or the work to even get to know each other? So even when they start texting, what do you have on?
Send me a pic.
Send me a pic.
Oh,
yeah.
Send me a pic. And we just had a conversation. I got plenty of pictures on social media. I mean, you have pictures of me with my clothes on. Why do you want to see my body?
How many different ways can I smile? I sent you a pic. So, but when they're thinking of something else, I mean, come on.
Exactly.
And so the minute that you respond to that is really showing him that you're that girl.
Yes, it is.
And we don't want you to be that way, because really, when you think about it, most of our followers and our audience, they're looking for long-term relationships.
In marriage.
So when the minute you respond to a text or a request, or even laughing about, what positions you like, or, all that kind of conversation too early.
Yes.
No.
Don't entertain it. So we're saying don't even entertain it. And so a way that you can negate that is to say, I'm uncomfortable discussing this right now, but when the time is right, we can go all in and talk about it. But right now, we're just getting to know each other.
Yeah, we're just getting to know each other.
Exactly. So that's how you spin that.
Yeah, but definitely mention it. So I think another recurring theme here is that we don't want you to go and not mention anything. So you have to bring it up. So sometimes we think it'll fade to black.
No.
He's going to keep going until he gets some type of response.
So what we've found out and what we've learned from clients in the past is that, they'll send the picture because they don't want to lose them. They're like, okay, they want to keep him interested.
Right.
So let me just go ahead and send the picture because they think that that's going to keep his interest.
Come on.
No, what's going to keep his interest is his imagination because he doesn't have anything to see.
Right. So you're giving the cow and the milk. I mean, when you think about it, everybody has breasts. I mean, if we're really getting into it, everybody has all that.
We all have two.
Yeah.
We all got the same body
just
parts.
stop it. I mean, just stop. So, and even if you don't, I mean, everybody has a body. So I know some people have, gone through breast cancer and all that too. So we need to be sensitive to that, but everybody has a body.
Yes.
So, I mean, you get to it possibly down the road, possibly.
When you earn it.
When you earn it. So that means if you're waiting till marriage or whatever it might be, but you're not getting it in the first couple conversations. So why are we sending pictures and even responding to these sexual conversations?
Because they started out like that. And so, like I said, a lot of times these women will entertain it just to keep him entertained because they enjoy the conversation. They enjoy looking at him. And it's, you're going down the nowhere fast.
Yeah. When you think about it, so many clients have come to us and they're like, I don't know why, but, now they feel bad because now it's only a sexual relationship.
Yes.
He's not seeing you out in the sunlight. He's coming through for sex and you're thinking that it's some type of relationship. It's not.
It's not a relationship.
Because of how it started in the beginning.
No.
So I think we're trying to cut all this in the beginning and just help establish some requirements.
Yeah.
So when that, physical stuff comes up early on, you can either recognize it for what it is. First of all, he's disrespectful.
That's right.
He has he's realized that he can be disrespectful to you. Now, that's a problem, too. Why is it that he would be disrespectful to you and maybe not to someone else?
Someone else. Because she doesn't require it. She doesn't accept it. She doesn't accept it. That's the difference.
Right.
So she requires him to treat her a certain type of way, and we want you to do the same thing.
Yeah, and I'm thinking, too, I mean, it could be also, why would a man think that he can bring those conversations up early with one person as opposed to another? It could be that you're showing that you don't have much confidence.
Exactly. So it's a lot of times it's her self-esteem.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or you've said you're lonely and all that. Yeah.
So that's why we say you've heard us say this too, that men tell us that they are most attracted to a woman with confidence. So even if you don't have the confidence, you can pretend to exude it.
Yes.
Absolutely. So start it out that way. So try something a little differently this next time.
Yeah.
This next go round. Also, we want to give you a couple of measurements too. We always say that if you want to continuously hear from him, because some men, what we've heard over the years,
and learned, yes,
is that they'll go, they'll call one week and then maybe it'll be days and days and days and then they'll call the next week or they may send a text the next week. No, that's not what you're going to allow. You need consistency. So we always say, and we coach our clients that, never go more than 48 hours without some form of communication with him. So if you want to continuously talk to him and you want to continuously be be top of mind for him, then you need to initiate. It's okay for you to initiate the conversation too. And you can send a text, a call, just a text to say, hey, are you free? I want to call you or whatever. So never go more than 48 hours without some form of communication.
Yeah. And I think in his defense, I mean, sometimes our clients will just sit back and wait. So that sometimes lets him or gives him the, makes him realize that, well, maybe she's not interested. So you want to make sure that you are just as aggressive and initiating as much as he is. So definitely that every 48 hours is key.
Because, hey, guess what? So the one that's constantly in his ear has his attention.
Yes. You're just right in front of his face. They're visual.
Exactly.
And I think they also feel like, okay, this one is more interested in me. So, we don't have a commitment at this time. We're just kind of dating. So, but this one is really serious about building something with me. So I'm going to give her more attention.
Yeah.
Definitely. That's a good point. And I think, so I was just thinking of another thing. So how many times have we heard, and this is like on a regular basis these days, I don't know what it is, but when a man is asking a woman to, this is early on in the dating relationship, asking her to put in excessive work before it's earned. So like, help me with a resume, use your contacts or connections to help them advance in some area. So you can be like a lawyer or a doctor or a marketing exec. And they want you to use your expertise. Oh, by the way, I got this ticket. You think I could help? No. Not early on. No. And so we don't want you to even get into that, because you don't really know, at that point, is he with you because of your expertise, or is he with you because you can help get a resume done, or you can use your connections to get him somewhere, or is he there for you? And sometimes that's on us too. If we open up the floodgates of our connections and things that we've built over time for someone who hasn't earned it.
That's right. And we're not saying that you can't help them.
We want you to after a while, after it's earned.
But give him an opportunity to earn it. I mean, have him, take you out. Do some of those things to earn your trust
and build a connection.
Absolutely, earn your trust, build a connection, because he doesn't deserve it just yet. And let him know that you're happy to do it, but not at this time. And then so you can offset that and say, I really don't like to discuss my work. Right now I'm trying to get to know you. So I've been at work all day, and I don't really want to talk about work.
And this is just time for me and you. Time reserved just for me and you. And you say it with a smile. He doesn't know whether you're being facetious but you're serious.
Yeah, you're serious.
Yeah. So no. So when we have gone to school for years and years and gotten certain expertise and accreditations, or you're a lawyer or a doctor or a marketing exec or whatever it is. No,
he has to pay for it just like everybody else.
Yes.
So no.
And so I think definitely when you become exclusive and you have that emotional connection, that'll be a great plus that you can help with some of those things. But when you think about so many people, even like celebrities who have gone down, who have opened up their contacts and things for their spouse or not even their spouse, but someone they were dating.
Yes, they have.
And they've taken down their credibility.
Yeah, they've told us that plenty of times. So, when we work with celebrities, we tell them, in the very beginning. So, we coach them how to keep that part of their life off limits until that person's deserving of their time, their contacts, or any of those things.
Yeah, so. Even a producer or someone in acting. Yes. I remember, I think in LA, they were like, he came and we went out to lunch twice, and all of a sudden he's passing me his mixtape or his CD or whatever it is. Come on. But that goes back to us, whether you're going to do it or not. So this is, again, establishing requirements. So, ladies, are you being dated or skated? After that conversation, let's see.
Let's see who's being
We'll give a minute for you to think about it. Are you dated, or is he skating on around? Is he going to the left?
Is he going to the right?
Is he bobbing to the right?
Is he making a loop?
Oh, well, he's looping around. So, no more looping. No more skating. No, we don't need any more figure skating in here.
No, and no.
No and no. And let me get an extra ring, since I didn't give my bell much love this time.
Thank you all for joining us today. We hope that was so helpful for you.
Yes, that was fun. So we hope that you learned something, and definitely give yourself a star. We always Tana and I give each other a star.
These imaginary stars.
Yeah, I'm like, do you want silver? Do you want gold? Do you want glitter? When we've done something good. A virtual star. So you get a star on your forehead, like back in the day, if you were being dated, or if you plan on being dated. And if you're being skated, please, starting today, as coaches, we challenge you to use some of these tips to just course correct it.
Yes. And please share them with your friends, because you know somebody who's being skated. Yes. We all do. So share them with your friends and your colleagues.
Definitely. So we will see you soon. And our social media, if you're listening for the first time, is the Matchmaking Duo on Facebook, Instagram.
Matchmaking Duo on Twitter, and our website, thematchmakingduo.com.
Yes. Oh, wait. And a new client said that she found us on YouTube. Oh, my. Okay. YouTube. Woohoo.
We didn't even post much on YouTube.
We
but
haven't.
Thank you.
Oh,
but the podcast uploads on YouTube too.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So, but thank you all. Thank you.
Yes, and as we said about the Ultimate Boot Camp, that's coming up too. So maybe we'll have some information next Tuesday about it. So
it starts July 24th though. That's the first night of the virtual boot camps on a Monday night.
Yes,
so if you're interested in it, please send us a note and we'll get you some information
by Labor Day.
The Ultimate Boot Camp.
All of the women will be logging on from all over the country, so don't be left behind. We're offering it to you too.
This train is moving.
It is moving moving.
By Labor Day.
See you guys. Have an awesome day at work if you're listening in the morning, and we'll talk to you soon.
Bye.
Bye.
I just had to love her to